Hello, fellow adventurers and armchair travelers. It's that time of year again when we take a deep dive into the slightly less glamorous side of global living. That's right, folks, we're talking about the cities that didn't quite make it to the top of the dream destination list. In this video, we will explore the top 10 least livable cities in the world for 2024. Now, before you grab your pitchforks and accuse us of being negative Nancy's, let's be clear, this isn't about throwing shade at these cities. It's about understanding the very real challenges they face and hopefully sparking a conversation about potential solutions. We'll look at the reasons behind their rankings, including safety, infrastructure, and other critical factors. So buckle up, buttercups, because we're about to embark on a whirlwind tour of urban environments that are, well, let's just say a little rough around the edges. First up on our list is Damascus, Syria. Once a vibrant hub of culture and history, Damascus has been tragically impacted by the ongoing Syrian civil war. The conflict, now in its 13th year, has left much of the city's infrastructure in ruins. Imagine trying to navigate daily life with constant power outages, limited access to clean water, and the ever-present threat of violence. The constant threat to personal safety is understandably a major factor contributing to Damascus's low livability ranking. But it's not just the physical dangers that are taking a toll, the psychological impact of living in a war zone. The constant fear and uncertainty can be just as devastating. Next, we travel to Tripoli, Lebanon, a city grappling with political instability. The government is riddled with corruption. This has crippled the economy. Basic necessities are often scarce. Imagine spending hours in line for bread. Daily life is a constant struggle. Safety concerns are a constant worry. Amidst the chaos, there are glimmers of hope. Our next stop takes us to Algiers, Algeria, a city wrestling with economic stagnation and social unrest. The economy is stuck in first gear, heavily reliant on oil exports. Unemployment is rampant, especially among young people. Protests over inequality and corruption are increasingly common. If the government addresses grievances, Algiers can turn things around. Chapter 4, Lagos, a megacity bursting at the seams. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to dive headfirst into the chaotic heart of Lagos, Nigeria. This sprawling megacity is a whirlwind of energy, ambition, and, well, a whole lot of people. With a population exceeding 21 million and growing every day, Lagos is facing a unique set of challenges. The sheer number of people crammed into a relatively small area puts an enormous strain on the city's resources. Traffic congestion is legendary, with commuters spending hours each day stuck in gridlock. The lack of adequate housing has led to the proliferation of slums, where sanitation is poor and disease is rampant. Lagos is also grappling with high crime rates, inadequate healthcare, and environmental degradation. Amidst the chaos, there's also a spirit of resilience and entrepreneurship that's hard to ignore. Chapter 5, Karachi, the city that never sleeps from worry. Our journey now takes us to Karachi, Pakistan, a bustling metropolis grappling with a cocktail of urban challenges. Karachi is Pakistan's largest city and its economic engine, but it's also a city plagued by crime, poverty, and political violence. The threat of terrorism is an unfortunate reality in Karachi, with attacks on civilians and security forces occurring with distressing regularity. But it's not just the threat of violence that makes Karachi a challenging place to live. The city is also grappling with a chronic water shortage, inadequate sanitation, and a crumbling infrastructure. The gap between the rich and the poor is staggering, with sprawling slums existing side by side with gated communities for the wealthy. Despite these challenges, Karachi remains a city of hope and opportunity for many Pakistanis. Chapter 6, Dhaka, drowning in people and pollution. Our next stop takes us to Dhaka, Bangladesh, a city struggling to stay afloat amidst a sea of humanity and environmental degradation. Dhaka is one of the most densely populated cities on Earth, with over 22 million people squeezed into an area roughly the size of Los Angeles. This extreme overcrowding puts an enormous strain on Dhaka's already limited resources. The city is notorious for its traffic congestion, with commuters spending hours each day stuck in gridlock. But Dhaka's problems go beyond just overcrowding. The city is also grappling with severe air and water pollution, inadequate sanitation, and a lack of affordable housing. Despite these challenges, Dhaka is a city full of life, energy, and resilience. Chapter 7: Harare, a city starved for change. Our journey now takes us to Harare, Zimbabwe, a city grappling with the crippling effects of economic mismanagement and political instability. Imagine a city where the currency is so devalued that you need a wheelbarrow full of cash to buy a loaf of bread. Decades of corruption and hyperinflation have decimated the economy, leaving many Zimbabweans struggling to survive. Basic necessities like food and medicine are often scarce and exorbitantly priced. The unemployment rate is sky high, and those lucky enough to have jobs often find their salaries lagging far behind the rising cost of living. Despite these challenges, Harare remains a city of great beauty and potential. Chapter 8: Port Moresby, Paradise Lost. Our next destination takes us to Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea, a city grappling with high crime rates, inadequate infrastructure, and social inequality. Imagine a tropical paradise where the stunning natural beauty is often overshadowed by the harsh realities of urban life. Papua New Guinea is a land of stark contrasts, with incredible natural resources and cultural diversity, but also widespread poverty and a lack of development. Crime is a major concern in Port Moresby, particularly violent crime. Gangs, often armed with machetes and firearms, operate with impunity in many parts of the city. The lack of adequate infrastructure exacerbates these challenges. Social inequality is another pressing issue in Port Moresby. Chapter 9: Kyiv, a city under siege. Our penultimate stop takes us to Kyiv, Ukraine, a city that has shown remarkable resilience in the face of adversity. Imagine a city that was once a bustling hub of Eastern Europe, known for its beautiful architecture, vibrant culture, and warm hospitality. Since the Russian invasion in February 2022, the city has been transformed into a symbol of Ukrainian resistance. Despite the ongoing conflict, life in Kyiv goes on. People have adapted to the new reality, seeking refuge in bomb shelters during air raids, volunteering to support the war effort, and trying to maintain a sense of normalcy amidst the chaos. The economic impact of the war has been devastating. The international community has rallied around Ukraine, providing humanitarian aid and military support, but the road to recovery will be long and arduous. Chapter 10: Caracas, Paradise Lost in the Crisis. Our final stop takes us to Caracas, Venezuela, a city grappling with the devastating consequences of economic collapse and political turmoil. Imagine a city that was once a thriving metropolis, known for its stunning natural beauty, vibrant culture, and warm hospitality. Today, Caracas is a shadow of its former self, burdened by hyperinflation, food shortages, and a breakdown in law and order. The economic crisis has led to widespread poverty, with many people struggling to afford basic necessities like food, medicine, and housing. The healthcare system has collapsed, with hospitals lacking basic supplies and medicine. Crime is rampant, fueled by desperation and a lack of opportunity. Despite these challenges, the people of Caracas remain resilient, holding on to hope for a better future. So, what have we learned? Hint, it's complicated. Well, there you have it, folks, a glimpse into the lives of people living in some of the most challenging urban environments on Earth. These cities face significant challenges that impact their livability, from safety concerns to economic instability. But it's important to remember that behind the statistics, behind the rankings, are real people with real stories. These are not just least livable cities, they are homes, communities, and places where people are striving to make a better life for themselves and their families. Let us know in the comments what you think about these rankings and if there are other cities you believe should be on this list. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more informative content.